Hey everybody, today we're going to show you how to install your Barkbusters carbon handguards onto a Triumph Scrambler 1200 XE. We're going to be performing this on the Go Fast Don't Die Scrambler build, and what we have here is the stock handguards that are Cerakoted black, but they're the same handguards that come on your stock bike. Next we're going to show you which tools you're going to need to complete the project. Okay, so first things first, you're gonna take your 5mm Allen wrench and we're just gonna break this loose. I've already kind of loosened it, and then we'll just tighten this thing. Next thing we're gonna do is we're going to take your T25 bit, and this one's a little chewed up, but it should still work. We're just gonna break that loose. And then we'll just pull that off. All right, so next we're gonna use a T27 Torx bit to get this off. You can take this off here. All right, so right now we're working on the right side of the bike. There's different parts for either side, so you're just gonna wanna make sure that you have the parts that are meant for the right side and not the left side. So you can tell because the side profile of the bike, this bend should be going down instead of up. So that's one way. So what we want, these are all the right side pieces. And so we're gonna start with those. This piece you're gonna wanna make sure is correct as well. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna build from here. I'm gonna kind of assemble all of this together from here in. And I'm just gonna do it loosely. And then we'll tighten it after we're done. So there's two of these, they're different. You're gonna wanna make sure that when you assemble this, you're gonna take this long bolt here, stick it through. You're gonna need a spacer, and then this piece. And this piece should be kind of slanted in. You'll notice this is in, and if you're installing the left one, it would go out, and that would be wrong. So I'm just gonna keep an eye out for that. So that's connected now. I'll just leave it like that for the time being, and we'll come back to it. Next, we're gonna take this piece, this clamp, which is already pretty tight. We'll have to loosen that obviously to get on the bike, but for now it's okay. Keep everything in one place. Line these up, and then take this bolt with the locking nut on it, and we're gonna go through the top here, and then screw that on. All right, so now that I've assembled the aluminum backbone here, I'm gonna put the actual carbon handguard on to the outside. It's better to do this now than later because it's just a little bit cramped when you're working in there. So we're gonna do that first. You'll notice that the handguard has a hole right here. That's gonna line up with this handguard right here. What I've already done, it comes with a foam adhesive strip. I've already placed that here. There's a hole at the end. Again, you lined it up right here. So we'll start by lining this up. Find the hole on the outside. There it is. And just so you guys know, this is a self-tapping screw, so there's not any thread on that aluminum side. We're gonna take the plastic piece and these two Phillips screws. It's gonna go like so. This is gonna sit flat. That little groove is on the outside. Just tighten these on here. All right, so we've assembled the handguard and the aluminum backbone. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start on the end, just so I don't have a bunch of swinging parts. And I'm just gonna hand tighten it. I'm actually not even gonna tighten it. I'm just going to screw these in so we can adjust as necessary. Here we go. And then once I have everything assembled on here, I'm gonna tighten the end first. And this is a 4mm Allen wrench. And once I start getting kind of tight, I'm gonna angle this how I want. Something else just to note, this end cap, you want it to be about 3 millimeters from the throttle. You don't want to get your throttle stuck. Honestly, I don't know how you would, unless you have aftermarket grips or something, I don't know how you would get any closer than that, but just something to keep in mind. You don't want your throttle to stick. On the XC, this is the XE, not the XC. There's another little washer that's supposed to go in here. I'm obviously not using it because this is an XE, but just something to note. This is probably a good time to check too if you have, these pieces look identical. This piece right here looks identical to the other side, but there's a R etched on the top there to let you know that that's the right side and not the left side. If you do it wrong, these just won't line up right. It'll look kind of funky. So now would be a good time to just check that. Using a 5mm Allen wrench here. It's already pretty tight. And then I'll use this is also a 5. And I'll get my 10mm socket. Okay, so on the left side, you'll notice the cables are in a slightly different position. On the left side, we'll go under. They kind of fit nicely in that elbow there. But we're gonna start again with the end. And then I'll tighten these. And again, I'm just going back and forth. I'll get it kind of tight. Then just one last round, I'm gonna just make sure that everything on here is pretty tight. They're pretty tight. And that's it.